and it won't be Bath. It'll be much further south than there.
What a weird place to dream.
Alrighty, I'll bring this.
She would like to live in the Bath area as well.
Is everybody ready?
Yes.
No, but go ahead.
Thank you. I'll bring this Town of Vinalhaven Select Board meeting to order for Tuesday, February 24th, 2026. Number one is roll call. Tom Anthony, Eric Gasparini, Leslie Dyer, myself, Peyton Warren is on Zoom, Elizabeth Bunker and Marjorie Stratton. And number two, approve agenda.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? 13 minutes, 13. Number three.
Almost. 3.
Almost there. That's even.
Should we start having this meeting in the morning?
That's even after.
I love that.
That's even after adjourn.
8 a.m.
Oh, God. Number three, minutes.
Probably not that early, Marge, but.
Approve the minutes from the February 10 regular meeting and the February 12 and 19 budget meetings.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
I was hoping you weren't gonna do each individual meeting.
That she wasn't gonna do
No,
it?
I was hoping she wasn't gonna say,
No.
you know?
No, we can do it all in one motion, Eric. Thank you. So for next time, I might do that.
Just for you.
Just to drag it out.
Number four, approve and sign treasurer's warrants, number 39.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Number five, communications, Marjorie.
I don't have anything.
Number six, speakers from the floor.
Ooh, can I have a speaker from the table?
Yes.
Just be thinking about dedication in memoriam for town report.
Yes, thank you. I was gonna send an email out to remind everybody and I forgot. Thank you. Number seven, committee and departmental reports and appointments. 7A downtown project. Gabe?
Hi. Hi, everyone.
Just a note, Gabe, that we didn't put the specific Net Factory grant application on. It was just an oversight that. I'll claim it.
You'll claim it.
It was my boo-boo. I assumed it was a downtown project,
So it just says
kinda...
downtown project.
Oh, okay, okay, so it falls in this. Well, it sort of does technically. I mean, it came out of that, so. I'll start with just downtown project infrastructure pieces. We have our next construction meeting that's with JBI. That's not till March 11th, so that's when we'll be getting some more updates, although I'm sure we'll have project updates from Woodard and Curran before then. But obviously I mean, I know the snow can melt quickly, but it's kind of hard to think about that when we're getting snowstorm after snowstorm. So we're still kind of dealing with weather. And I know with the boat ramps, I think, again, like he has a short window to do those. So as soon as he can get going, he will be, because he has to be done by April 16th. So, yeah, so anyway, things are just moving forward. You probably saw, and I may have mentioned the last time, the parking lots are out to bid. We have a pre-bid meeting. That's when, anyone interested in bidding on the project and has questions, they can come to that and ask. That's tomorrow. I think it's tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon. So we'll see what kind of interest there is in the parking lots. That bid opening is March 25th. So we'll see. Based on the cost estimates, I'm sure no one's going to be surprised by this, but it looks like it's going to be way more money than we have, which seems to be our theme here. So one of the requests that we have, or that I have tonight, is to get your approval to apply for another grant. And this is state grant that's using federal funds, but it's coming through Maine DOT. We are eligible to apply for all of the like working waterfront and resilience components of the parking lots. So we can apply for up to $2 million. And I met with Brent on Monday just to talk through what that would look like in terms of the application. The one requirement is there's a 5% local match, which means it's got to come from the municipality. We can't use other grants to match it. So that if we're going to request the 2 million, which we would want to do based on the total project costs, that would be $100,000. I did confirm with Marjorie that between the Harbor Reserve, well, even the Harbor Reserve alone, but then if we also have $72,000 plus in the Resilience Reserve. So it shouldn't be an issue to allocate that match should we get the grant. And we wouldn't know anyway until, you know, the fall, I think or maybe late summer, we would know if we got awarded. So we wouldn't have to, you know, even if we decided, oh, we need to add more money to the budget to be the match. I mean, you know, that's an option Marjorie and I can talk about too. But anyway, as of today, there is that match available. So anyway, I don't know if folks have questions about that, but we would just, I would request a motion to enable us to go ahead and apply for that. It would be to apply for $2 million, a request for $2 million, and then to allocate the 5% match from existing reserves.
Okay, you ready for the motion, Gabe?
Whenever
Then-
you are, Pam, I'm ready.
All right, I've got it right here.
Unless people have questions. I don't know if anyone has any questions.
Nope, sounds good. I hope we get it.
Me too. Me too.
Peyton, do you have any questions?
I don't have any questions. No, I think it's a good idea.
Okay, thank you. I make a motion to apply for the Maine Public Working Waterfront Grant to request up to $2 million to support the WWF and working waterfront and resilience components of the downtown and fish plant parking lots projects, and to allocate a required 5% local match from the Harbor Reserve and or the Resilience Reserve as needed.
Second.
All in favor?
Great. Thank you for that. Very helpful. And then I'm trying to think of other downtown projects. I think the only other piece other than you know, what status of things is that we do have a community / public meeting tomorrow night at 5 o'clock. We'll do it on Zoom because that seems to be the easiest way for most people to participate these days. So if anyone wants to join that, the link is on the town calendar. So if you go to the town website and just click on the calendar for tomorrow, the link, you'll see the downtown project meeting there, and the link is right there for the Zoom. So I just encourage people who have questions about the project, please attend that meeting. It's a great time to get answers and to provide feedback as well. So Marjorie mentioned the net factory, and I think you all got the memo that I sent or Elizabeth sent in the board packet. So just as like a recap, you know, where the committee left off, the reuse committee left off was just like, okay, yeah, we have these ideas based on, you know, what we know about the property, but then also what people have indicated their priorities for the property are in terms of use, you know, but if we're gonna, you know, explore investment and development, does it make sense? Because this was brought up in the study, like, well, you know, is that the best place to put housing, or is that the best place to put the swap shop? And so it was discussed, to do sort of a wider assessment that would look at the value of the municipal properties in relation to like their highest and best use, but to have that like documented in a way that included a lot of community input as well as like an economic assessment. And that to be able to then use that to go out for additional funding for actual engineering to design something. So, what we put together for a project includes not just the assessment or the engagement, but like conceptual drawings so people might be able to visualize what something might look like, oh, what would a community space or a community center, at this property look like? What would some housing at this property look like? So the proposal, that we put together was a total of $96,500. We, doing that, would be going after an NBRC grant that would provide, if we were awarded, provide 50% of that cost. And I was proposing that we would do this project contingent upon getting that funding. Now, maybe folks would want to do it regardless. We haven't allocated any money in the budget beyond, making sure we had the 50% match. And so the way I've put together the match would be that there's some money that's in the existing budget that you've already reviewed that would be used going towards that, like in the planning fees. There's funding in there. And then we can use the value of the time that committee members put in also as in-kind match. So that's what makes up the budget. And then, of course, the other 50%. Two things I did want to point out with the overall budget. There is a $8,000 cost in there that you're required to put in by NBRC that would go towards our local development district, which is MCOG. We can submit a waiver, and if they grant us that waiver, we don't need to include that $8,000 in the budget. Marjorie and I did complete the waiver to submit. So if we do go ahead and apply, we would submit that waiver. We're not guaranteed to get it, but that would reduce the budget by $8,000. And then oh yeah, sorry. Did you have a question? Sorry.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought someone had a question. I know I tend to go on and on. I apologize for that. I'm just trying to be clear with what the information is. But anyway, the one more piece is there's $4,000 in there for environmental review. That's probably a high estimate because this is not a construction project, but they require you to put that in the pre-application. So I guess my point is the final budget, when we go to actually submit an application, this is just for a pre-application if you agree to do it. It could possibly be lower than what we have here, at least by $8,000 if we are able to get that waiver. So I'm happy to discuss this scope, questions people have, anything you want to ask, but we're sort of putting this out there as best thinking around a next step for where we left off with the recommendations from the committee.
I just want to clarify in my own mind. So this is a pre-application to say we're going to apply for the grant.
Correct.
So then,
yes. That's
so
correct.
then when we actually do a final application to NBRC, will that come back to the board or not?
Let's see. So what do we have in our motion? Do we just say no, I think I wrote application, submission of an application.
Okay. Okay.
This first step is the pre-application, which is due Friday. So if they approve the pre-application, that gives us the right to submit a full application.
Okay.
I'm happy
Got
to
it.
do, if we want to come back with, here's what the full budget looks like for the final application. If people want a chance to talk about it some more, then it's not going to be more than this. It would just be less.
Got it, okay. Thank you.
Any other questions?
If this is approved, is there gonna be another committee formed with a formation document and like we talked about when Catherine was here?
Yeah, that would be the intent, Tom, is like Catherine and Sam and I talked about that after you guys approved the committee's final report and the formation of a committee. But we thought, well, what are they going to do in the meantime? Let's wait to see if this goes forward. And then this work would inform that committee formation document because it would clearly be able to outline the purpose of the committee and what they would be doing.
That makes sense. Thank you.
Yep.
Anything else? Okay. I move that the select board approve the municipal property feasibility and optimization assessment as presented and authorize submission of an MBRC Catalyst grant application to support up to 50% of the project cost. Proceeding with the project will be contingent upon receipt of grant funding and approval of the necessary town budget items at the June town meeting.
Second.
All in favor? There you go.
Great. Thank you all. We'll see
Thank you.
Thank
what
you.
happens.
Thank you, Gabe. Thank you, Gabe.
Just keep our fingers crossed, right?
Keeping you busy, Gabe.
Millie has gonna take the evening to sleep. So, 7B, Public Works, unless somebody has any comment or
I'm glad they're
questions.
sleeping.
I know, I wanna,
Looks
I
nice
think
around
we
town.
should thank them profusely for all the hard work they've been doing.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
roads look great.
Yeah,
Yep.
take around town looks great for how much snow we got.
Yeah, yep, I agree. Thank you, Millie and crew. 7C, Planning Commission resignation. From, oops, that is from, well, I know I have it here. There it is. This is from Claire Jackson. She is, do you want me to read her email or
It's
just?
up to you.
I've read it.
Okay, is everybody else set then?
Yep.
So I make a motion that we accept Claire Jackson's request to resign from the planning commission.
Second?
All in favor?
And I had run out ad in for that vacancy.
Okay, good. Thank you. Number 8, old business, seeing none, we'll go to 9, new business. And that is A, for the Housing Opportunity Program Municipal Ordinance Development Grant.
Another grant.
Wow. Good luck
This is
to us.
some money that the state is offering to help municipalities implement the updates that we need to make to our land use ordinance. And it's $15,000, there's no matching funds. There's no guarantee that we'll get it, but I didn't see the harm in just trying to apply for it. So, I don't know if you had a chance to look at it, but that's basically what it is. It's just money to help us implement those changes that the legislature put through that are mandated.
And what exactly are those changes, Margie?
They're mostly related to housing and ADUs. I don't know if I can be more specific than that. At things like reducing the lot sizes, to help facilitate,
Reducing minimum lot sizes.
yeah,
Yep.
things like that.
Help spur building.
Yeah, it's, they're all related to housing initiatives. to make it easier for people to build on their properties.
Okay. Thanks. Just didn't know if anybody would want to know what that was about, so.
So I didn't create a motion for
Do
you.
you want, oh, I have to, yep. So I make a motion that we have Marjorie apply for the Housing Opportunity Program Municipal Ordinance Development Grant.
Second,
All in favor?
that's a mouthful.
And number 10, report of town manager.
The other thing that we have discussed briefly is, and we put some money in the budget to start planning for, is the update of the comprehensive plan. And the planning commission and myself would like to work with MCOG on that. I don't know if you remember Dan DeBoard, we worked with him on the shoreline zoning updates recently on our land use ordinance. So this conversation is more around, well, do you want me to have them develop a budget and a proposal? So do we want a proposal from MCOG for the cost of, what that might look like to pay MCOG to assist us with that
I
update?
think that makes sense.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, it's something that will be done over a 2-year period.
Yeah.
And with their assistance, it would be Dan DeBoard and, what's her name? Claire, I apologize. She was the Island Fellow on North Haven.
Oxford, Claire Oxford.
Claire,
Oxford.
yes. So they would be the people that would be coming and assisting us with that process. But I think the next step would be for them to put together a proposal for us. Is that,
Sounds good.
should I ask them to do
Yeah.
that? Okay. And then I'm still working on I think I'm all set with the wording for the loan for the wastewater department for that so-called SCADA system to borrow money. I'm still working with our attorney on the debt assumption agreement for the water district. I don't have the specific wording for that article yet. I'm gonna contact our attorney again tomorrow to see if I can get that going. But apparently, right now, it's the people from the main bond bank need to fill in some blanks
Yeah.
for us.
Yeah.
So I'm still working on that. And hopefully we can get a special town meeting together to get those articles acted upon. And then we really, before we finish the budget, I really need to finish that discussion about whether or not we want to offer the main PERS retirement program. I thought maybe I could just put it on the next agenda so that we could have definitive discussion about that, whether we're gonna offer it or not, because it would mean adding money to the budget,
Yeah,
but, I'll put that on the next agenda so that we can have a, more informed discussion about it and just make a decision. Is that all right?
yeah.
Okay,
And I'm somewhat familiar with it, but there'll be some sort of memo or something just highlighting some of
Yeah,
the key.
I've got
It's
some,
retirement based, correct?
pardon?
Retirement based, yeah. Retirement based program,
Public employees retirement
Yeah.
system.
yeah.
Yeah, I have some information from Maine FERS, and I have a memo that I had previously written. I'll try to combine some of that information. Is there anything in particular that you can think of that, okay.
Yeah.
And then that would give an opportunity to, if there are employees that want to facilitate, or promote it.
Right,
To just.
have interest in more.
Just strike, just make sure that their opinion is known.
Sure, of course.
Okay, that's all I have unless people have questions for me. I guess this was the night of grants.
I guess it's,
Hey,
wow,
great. We need the money.
yeah, this is more good if we get them. Yeah, a lot of work. Move on to 11, report of members.
Also,
Nothing.
I have a question. Per our budget meeting last week, I was going back through everything that we talked about. And I just wanna make sure that I am understanding the, is it that one? We have the stipend for each deputy, which is
Oh, you mean the island, the
Yes.
extra money because they're on the island?
the contracted deputy and then the additional contracted services. So what is that island stipend?
Well, it's something that was added to their union contract, that if a deputy is hired on the islands, they receive $75 per, I think it's $75 per week. I'd have to go look, I'm sorry.
Okay, all right, so that's what those are.
hazard pay.
And then the lodging line is 43,200 and the utilities is 10,000. So if you add all of that together, that's $84,400 in stipends, correct?
No,
Well,
The
the stipends are union, correct? It's part of
that's
their,
their pay. But
Pay,
you're
yeah.
talking, the housing,
Right,
the housing
It's
is
not a stipend.
1,800 a month for each and 5,000 for each. I can go get my budget book.
okay,
It's not 43, I don't think it's 43,000 for each deputy for housing. Where's my math people?
it's $1,800 is the cap of what is allowed
Right.
to be paid for housing. So one deputy gets 1,200, the other deputy gets the 18 because of the difference
Right.
in their rentals.
okay,
But
Do you want me to
Oh,
go get the book or?
Oh, just the housing in the budget, because we're budgeting for 1,800 a month for each. Just housing without utilities and any of the extras is 43,200.
Right,
right,
and then it's another
10,000.
10,000.
For
So it's- yeah,
utilities,
it's 53.
So that's 53, and then the 15,600 for each, for the island stipend,
Yes.
is 31,200. So if you add all of that together, that's $84,400 that they're getting. I mean, you can call it a stipend or fringe benefits or whatever, but
It is.
that's the total, correct?
I believe you're correct.
Okay. All right. That was my question. I just wanted to make sure I was looking at the line items correctly.
Well, the island stipend under the contract it says.
Right.
Okay,
Yes,
And the house stuff is our contract
Yeah, yeah.
with the county, it has nothing to do with the union.
right.
correct. And I still have not heard from anybody over there about the contract between the town of Vinalhaven and the sheriff's office. Maybe I'll try to send out an email tomorrow.
that'd be good.
What's her name?
Amber Christie.
Amber.
Okay, thank you, Marjorie.
Yeah, they need to get back to us. 'Cause this has gone on too long.
Well, we started to have good communication with the interim
Right.
county administrator, Mike Schultz, I think his name was. But then Amber Christie came back and it's been silent again, so I'll try.
Anything else? Peyton?
No, I'm good.
Okay, and I'm all set for now, thanks. Okay, number 12,